previously on the
You know,
MPP.
like even now, if I had the chance to go watch one of those three guys, I would be like, yeah, let's go watch them.
Yeah.
I haven't watched them, or I want to watch them before they retire. But like, if you're like, oh, Mavericks playing the Celtics, I'm like, I don't really care about Jason Tatum. I don't really care about Luca,
Yeah.
other than he's on my fantasy team. Like, I don't really care about those guys. Like,
Ooh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the MPP, the Gnome Patrick podcast, and this is episode number 13.
season 3, episode 13,
Okay, 13.
I
Wow,
think.
13 on Friday the 13th.
I
Wow,
know, yeah.
look at us. It's like how we planned it.
Just
Uh,
how we drew it up. Haha.
uh,
Haha.
Hopefully everyone's having a great week. The Rams got it done in an ugly game last night, 12 to 6, 12 to 9.
12 to 6, no touchdowns.
Yeah,
Sorry for all you fantasy football players who had someone on those teams.
I
Kyron
had
Williams had a pretty good game.
Cooper Cup. So,
Kyron Williams and Puka had solid double
yeah,
digits. And then Kittle, I think, had like 8 or 9. So
yeah,
that's not too bad. But Cup, 0. I'm facing Cup right now, so that felt good for me
yeah.
in one of my leagues. So
Yeah, it's not great. Who else? Even like Brock Purdy had 4 points.
yeah, I
Stafford
doubt
had eight
Stafford had.
points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't good all around for fantasy football. Start of the playoffs, if in some leagues. But Noah and I get the dub, got the Rams. It was looking weird for a minute there, but
Yeah.
Rams had just enough to beat the Niners. Niners are out of the playoffs. They have like a 0.5% chance to make the playoffs.
Still a chance.
Yeah. Big news that the linebacker Devon Campbell, refused to go into the game for injured Dre Greenlaw. That was like the biggest news story of last night, and
Yeah.
which is crazy, man. That's how you lose your job in the NFL, and especially on the Niners. Yeah, right. There's no shot.
I believe he was a former Packer. I think he's only played for the Packers before. I could be wrong, but um, sounds like a Packer, am I right?
Yeah,
Boo Packers. Go
uh,
Bears. No,
good one.
no, go Bears.
Well, two things happened this week. Big things that we'll talk about. Juan Soto finally has a team, and he is staying in New York. If you haven't heard the news, I don't know. You must be living underneath a rock. But Juan Soto signs 15-year, $765 million deal going to the New York
Yep,
Mets. And
yep.
crazy.
$75 million signing bonus. He
There's
believe,
plenty of perks too with the contract.
yeah, I believe he lives in Florida, so no tax on that for the signing bonus. Um, that's 120 million of that contract paid just in this upcoming season. He'll be getting paid 50 million per year, and it can be bumped up to 55 if he opts in after 5 years, I believe. So he'd be making upwards towards $800 million by the end of his contract, which is absolutely insane. And like you said, there's like some other stuff that he got. Like his family gets a suite, which was actually a huge deal about the Yankees because apparently his Yankees what's it called? Like I guess officer or whatever. I don't know. Kicked out his family at one point, or didn't let him in a certain area of the
I didn't.
stadium. So that was like a huge deal for him.
Yeah.
But hey,
He gets a suite, and he also gets 4 premium seats per game. That's crazy. That's like 20
that's big,
people right there.
big. Yes, I mean 765 is insane. But finally, he signed, which really didn't take that long, but he signed. So now everything else is going to start to fall. You know, everything, every other big free agents are going to start signing now that there's like this,
Yeah.
the all of the big money's been spent already.
Yeah.
But he was asked about his Yankees teammates if he talked to them. Surprisingly, they didn't talk to him before he made the decision. Which, how do you not talk
When
to?
you want to recruit him or
Yeah, how do you not
something, like,
reach
hey,
out to your teammate, now
yeah.
former teammate?
You just went to the World Series.
Yeah,
Like,
like how are you not talking to this guy? So I don't know what happened there. That sounds like
yeah.
an Aaron Judge mistake. That's something he has to do as the guy who is getting paid the most money, and
Yeah.
you want to have the best players around you, to go to the World Series every year.
Yeah. And then, he's good friends with Francisco Lindor, so I think that's gonna be a good partnership. A lot of people are saying, why would you go to the Mets? You have to go through the Dodgers and their division's really good, but dude, you're getting paid 765 million.
You can't blame him. I mean, like, and he's still in New York. Like,
Yeah, I supposedly he loves New York. He loves
yeah,
being in the city. He's gonna stay in the same apartment. He's just gonna play for the Mets now. So
yeah. Apparently, the Yankees offered 16 years, 760 million. So they were off on that. I don't know why you just don't match it. That's
yeah,
kind of like a 15. What's the 15? Who cares?
yeah.
But I'm sure they're off on incentives and stuff like that. But man, that was a insane contract.
What I forgot who said it, but I kind of agree. But do you think your opinion, if Shohei didn't get 700 million, do you think Juan Soto would have got 700 million or
I
more?
think he would have still gotten the biggest contract. I
Okay.
don't know if it would have been 700 million, but
If
he's 20.
Shohei got like 650, do you think?
Yeah, he probably would have hit 700. I think he would have been the
Okay.
first 700 player. But Juan Soto, 26 years old, that's just really, really
Yeah.
rare for a player to be a free agent at 26 because he came up
Yeah.
at 19.
Because
So,
Otani's what? Like 28?
yeah,
29?
28 or 20, 29. He's already almost, he's like
Almost
pushing
30.
pushing 30. Yeah,
Yeah.
this guy's still 40, or I mean, 4 years out of um, hitting 30, and by the time his contract's done, he's going to be hitting 40, which is the same length as Shohei. So when his Shohei's contract's done, he's going to be
Yeah.
hitting 40. So, um, yeah, it's I mean, I think Mets have a better farm system. I think the Mets are just set up better than the Yankees are. So I think he probably made the right decision for the long
Yeah.
term.
I think he said he
Francisco,
liked that the Mets are willing to spend money. Well, no
yeah.
shit. Like you just spent 765,
Yeah, it's kind of weird how like the Yankees aren't stingy, but there's a limit with the Yankees. Like, and they
Yeah.
said it multiple times. Like, they're not going to go over certain prices for players, which is surprising because they have all the money. I mean, it's the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Mets, just because they're owner, and then
Yeah.
the Giants, I believe, are probably one of those teams that have a lot of money to spend. So it's like, why not just go
Yeah.
all out and keep Juan? You guys just made the World Series. But
Yeah.
also Aaron Judge, 30 years old. Lindor, he's old. He's older too, but his contract ends sooner, like in 2 years. So if they do need to replace him, they can quickly,
Yeah.
easily. So yeah. But it leads to the question: is there another player right now that would be paid $700 million in the MLB?
I'm thinking like a young star. I don't think Paul Skeens would ever get that number.
I don't think a pitcher only would ever get that number.
Yeah. Shohei got it because he pitches and hits, but yeah, I don't think Skeens would probably hit it. Um, Gunnar Henderson,
I
no,
don't think he's there.
probably
And he's
not.
also, I think he's already 24, 20.
Like it has to be a young star, right? Like Juan Soto, he's young already and he's been in the league forever already. So it's got to be like one of those players. I'm not too keen on like the younger stars. I'm not like Jackson Merrill, If
Yeah,
he
but I don't think he's gonna reach that level either. But
exactly like
he's also 21 or 22 already. So by the time he's a free agent, he's gonna be
exactly
almost 30 years old. It's the same thing. It's just age, like timing, the timing, and
yeah.
you have to be great. I mean, look at I think Juan Soto's putting up Ken Griffey Jr. numbers better than Ken Griffey Jr. during his first 7 years. So um,
Well,
and
do you
Ken
know anyone young right now?
No, I mean, like, I was just like, if there's anyone right now, I don't think so. I think the closest would probably be Bobby Witt, but he just signed an extension, so by the time that's over, he's
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be too
old.
late.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get 700. But it's gonna have to be a player who just pops off. Like, obviously, Bobby Witt's fun to watch. He's a great player, but he's not Juan Soto great. It's the same thing. It's just like Juan Soto's different. It's a different
Yeah,
level.
yeah. So we agree that none of the current players right now, I don't think
I
will
don't
be
think so.
getting
I don't
700
even know
pretty
if there's
soon.
someone in the minors right now. It's kind
Yeah,
of
I haven't really heard anyone.
and
Basically, everyone kind of got promoted this year. That was kind of all the rookies.
yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be someone next year who pops up, um, but yeah, like Juan Soto. I think the big thing about him is he's so great already, and he's 26, and he hasn't even reached his potential. So he still has potential, and he's great. So you're also paying for potential at that point.
Yeah,
So that's the tough part. But I think easily Mike Trout would have been one if he was healthy, but
yeah,
unfortunately, not healthy. Yeah, but that's a well, we'll get into some more baseball talk right here. So winter meetings, free agency has been going on with this Juan Soto signing. And like I said, dominoes start to fall after the big name signs. So once the Red Sox did not land Juan Soto, they go out, make a trade with the White Sox. Garrett Crochet, young starting pitcher from the White
yeah,
Sox, and they gave up a good amount. They gave up three prospects, three high ranking prospects, but the Red Sox have a pretty good farm system, so they weren't their best prospects, but they're some of the best prospects in baseball. So White Sox had a nice little haul. They now have six prospects in the top 60, which puts them in in like the top tier of farm systems. So, hey, 5 years from now, you never know. White Sox might be good again, but as of right now, they're still going to be bad. The San Francisco Giants signed Willie Adames, 7 year, 182, I think. So what is that? 26 mil a year. Um, Solid signing, I think. We'll see. Hopefully they go out and get Burns. Corbin Burns is apparently a favorite to land with the Giants, and the Blue Jays right now are the two top. And
yeah,
Blue Jays looking the spend surprisingly after their tough year last year. But
yeah.
yeah, what do you think about the Willie Adames since you're a Giants fan?
I think it's a good signing. They needed a shortstop, someone that, they signed Matt Chapman, they locked him up, and then they locked in Willie Adames. So I think the left side of the infield's going to be pretty solid. You keep Tyler Fitzgerald probably at second, so the infield's looking good. And from what I heard, this was like a great signing for the Giants. They finally get a good star player, locked it up for a long time. So. Um, yeah, it sounds like a good signing all around.
Yeah, if anything, the left side of the infield, like you said, probably gonna be one of the best defensive uh, left sides in baseball, if not the best in baseball. But hopefully that all works out. It's going to be tough to see if he hits 30 home runs again in Oracle, because Oracle, pitcher friendly, of
Yeah.
course. But
Getting
hopefully,
Corbin Burns would just
cherry on top.
please, please, something good has to happen for the Giants. I get tired of seeing the Dodgers just sign people, like the Mesh has spent 765 million. Like it
Yeah,
would have
well,
been nice, but that's a lot of money.
yeah,
There's no shot.
yeah. And I don't think, are you talking about Soto, right, or what?
Soto, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I don't think he'd want to go West Coast anyways.
yeah.
He seemed like he was set on staying over there, like Boston, New York area. But Willie Adames and Corbin Burns, both played in Milwaukee, so they have a little teammate friendship maybe there. So see if that helps with the Corbin Burns signing. Um, Andres Jimenez got traded from the Cleveland Guardians to the Toronto Blue Jays. Like I said, they're not giving up yet, even though I believe Bo Bichette and
Laddie.
Vladdy are both in contract years. So it looks like they're probably going to go and try to resign those two. Jimenez is signed to a big contract for a few years.
Yeah.
Um, the last 2 years, he has not looked good. He had a really good year, and then the next 2 years after signing that contract, I believe he has like an under a 700 OPS and terrible hitting stats. But great fielder, if anything. But yeah, they sent one of their best first basemen over there to the Guardians, who then got shipped to the Pirates the same hour, I believe. And the Guardians got Luis Ortiz, a pitcher from the Pirates, and a couple prospects. So basically a three-team trade. And then Max Fried, that's probably the second best pitcher on the market, signed with the Yankees. 7 year, 212, I think,
Yeah. Something
in
like
that
that.
in that range.
Yeah.
So Yankees looking to probably sign one more. Alex Bregman's still out there. They need a third baseman. DJ LeMahieu has been
Horrible.
awful, awful. Um,
I don't watch baseball, but I know he's doing horrible.
Also, they're in the Kyle Tucker race, who has just become available for the Astros. Astros looking like they might blow it up. Might
Yeah.
just run it back with Pena, Altuve, and Alvarez as the vets on that team if they get rid of Tucker. But that'd be huge. They got Tucker. They're gonna have to give up a lot. The Rookie of the Year, Luis Luis Gil, Luis Hill. I don't know, but I don't know how to pronounce it. I've never heard him pronounce his name before. So, but he's the center of that. Cubs also looking to pay potentially get
Yeah.
Kyle Tucker also. So still big stuff to happen. Like we said, Corbin Burns, Kyle Tucker trade, Alex Bregman, big name, even though he is on the older side, looking like he's going to get a big contract, and also Luis Castillo potentially trading to the Red Sox, also
Yeah.
in talks right now.
Like you said, Juan Soto, he signed his deal and now, what can
Yeah,
teams get now?
yeah, everything starts to fall. All the big names start
Yeah.
to get extra attention now that they teams know they're not going to be spending $760 million on a player.
Yeah, you can get like 3 players.
And also, while everything was happening, there was even more baseball with the draft lottery. So,
The Giants had a 1% to get the top pick, and they
yeah,
did
the
not get it.
Giants were uh, ninth, and they had, like you said, they had a 1.9% chance. They dropped to 13. But the biggest riser was the Mariners. They were at 15.5% chance to get the first, and they got the third pick. So they jumped a huge amount. And the next team that jumped a big amount were the Cardinals. They were at 13, and they jumped to five. The two teams that had a chance to get the number one pick, the Rockies and the Marlins, both tied with a 22% chance to land the first overall pick, dropped. Rockies dropped to four, and the Marlins dropped to seven. Tough for the Marlins. But Nationals got the first, and then Angels got the second. So top five: Nationals, Angels, Mariners, Rockies, Cardinals. So
Top prospect, Ethan Holiday. Do I have that correct?
Ethan Holiday's looking like the top prospect, the brother, um, and
That
son of
family is
the
crazy,
famous
bro.
Holidays.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Matt Holiday's just I think there's another brother too, another younger one, but I don't know how much younger he is. But another potential Holiday that could make it.
Crazy.
But yeah, Ethan Holiday right now looking like the top prospect. Could go than that. I think he plays shortstop. He could go Nationals. If anything, I think he goes Angels at least. But
Yeah. I would say
uh,
Nationals and Angels have every position open, right? Like,
yeah, I mean Nationals have
there's no,
a lot of good young prospects. So
yeah.
Angels
Dil-
though,
Dylan Cruz, is he on the Nationals?
yeah, Dylan Cruz
Yeah.
outfield made his professional debut last year.
Yeah.
James
Look at this
Wood,
baseball knowledge that I have.
C.J. Abrams, both they who were traded for or they received in the trade for Juan Soto a couple years ago to the Padres.
Yeah.
So. The Nationals, I think, have a bright future. They just need to get their prospects up. But um, yeah, no other huge changes really, except the White Sox and A's are 10th and 11th. They were not eligible for the first overall pick. I didn't look into why, but they just weren't eligible to get it. So I don't
I
know what
think
the
I heard
reason
with the
was.
White Sox from my coworker is that if you get the first pick like 3 years or something in a row, you're not eligible again.
Okay, yeah, maybe
Something like
maybe that's
that,
something. Yeah,
which
makes
sounds
sense.
correct because can't just
Yeah,
tank all this year every year.
yeah, just stacking up prospects and
Yeah.
just in 5 years you'll be good.
Yeah.
Last but not least, Adrian Wojnarowski, his replacement, Shams, just he's bombing it right now. He uh he came out with a story saying that Jimmy Butler's agent has been, throwing his name out there, throwing it to the Suns, Dallas, Houston, and Golden State Warriors about potentially trading for Jimmy Butler. And then Jimmy Butler's agent comes out and says, "Stop using my name. I've never said any of this stuff." At least about the Suns, in response to the Suns for sure. And then the Rockets also came out and said they've never been interested in trading for Jimmy Butler. So Shams is kind of getting torched right now on social media. A lot of people saying wouldn't happen to Woj. So
It's
uh,
crazy, dude. He's got big shoes to fill after Woj, so
yeah, and I think
no.
this is his first real like huge. I don't know what to say. A rumor, I guess. Rumor mill
Yeah.
story. I don't know if there was one bigger than this before, but so at least since going to ESPN, this is like his first report, huge, huge report on a big player getting traded, and two out of the four teams, or someone who he's saying is reporting this, is coming out against him. So it's looking rough for Shams right now, but he'll bounce back. He's a professional.
Yeah, it's just like, you gotta go through some tough moments to can't all just be peachy
Yeah, I
the whole
mean, it's
year.
it's still better than John Heyman. I'm never gonna listen. I'm never gonna listen to that guy again. Anytime I see a tweet about John Heyman saying something's gonna happen, I just don't even read it. Article about John Heyman, I don't read it. I'm just like, forget John Heyman. I don't trust him.
Yeah.
Lost all credibility.
Yeah. Well, fun. Well, we talked about it last week. It was just rumors last week. But Bill Belichick officially going to the University of North Carolina to coach. Um, Crazy
Head
uh
coach.
how everything went down there, and a lot of people think he took the job just because he wasn't getting interest from NFL teams, so he still wanted to coach. And so he's going to college to coach. He got a 5-year deal, but the first 3 years are guaranteed. So it was a 3-year, $30 million contract. That's pretty good. $10 million.
Hey,
Uh,
can't complain.
yeah, can't complain. Um, Years 4 and 5 are not guaranteed. He can opt out if he wants. There's rumors that he may just opt out and hand the reins to his son, which is also in his contract, which is crazy
His
that his
successor.
son takes it over when he leaves. That's in the
Nice.
contract. So, um, his son's already he was the defensive coordinator for Washington. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I did see that. Oh, but I only knew it because of this news.
Well, yeah, but if you knew it, I didn't know that before
No,
all this
yeah,
happened,
I didn't know it either.
so, um, he does get some incentives, he gets some bonuses, winning 8 games, 9 games, going undefeated. Uh, he gets postseason bonuses as well. He gets bonuses for being in the top 25, it's just crazy. And I don't know if you've seen the North Carolina schedule, Noah, but he has a pretty easy schedule next year. He starts the season off with TCU, definitely can win that one. And then he plays Charlotte, Richmond, Central Florida. The hardest game he's probably going to play, or the two hardest games, he does have to play Clemson and North Carolina State. So,
He's trying to rack up those bonuses.
yeah. So it's looking good. UCF, Clemson, Duke, Stanford, Virginia, uh, Cal, Syracuse, NC State, and then finish the season with Wake Forest. So, what's your predictions after hearing all those teams that they are playing this year? Will he get to 10 wins?
I think he's going to get a bunch of transfers. I think that he's going to get uh, some good like 5 stars, probably a couple good ones.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't want to play for an NFL coach, former NFL coach, especially if you're trying to make it to the NFL?
If you're like a
Um,
junior right now, you're trying to make it to the NFL, you got 2 years left, he's gonna stay at least 2 years.
yeah, and
Go
he's
all
like,
in.
yeah, I want you here. I'm going. I do
Yeah,
not care. I'm going. Um, I think they make the playoffs next year. I think Bill Belichick will snap that program into shape.
yeah,
Um, but I think he just wanted to be in charge, like have full control of everything, like he did with the Patriots. And I'm pretty sure he probably did have some chances to be a head coach in the NFL, but they weren't going to give him that type of control again.
yeah.
So he probably just was just like, you know what, I want to do it all. Let's just go to college. And
Shout
this
out to
this
North
North
Carolina
Carolina
too.
out of nowhere just pops up.
They just give
Yeah,
him the whole program. Like, hey,
do your
you
thing,
do
man.
you.
Yeah.
How much NIL do you need?
He's
We
gonna
can
get
give
like
you
20
a
million in NIL or something like
yeah,
that. It jumped from like 5 to 20, something like that.
yeah.
I can't forget
Um,
though, that's a basketball school, so they're gonna spend all their money on basketball.
yeah, I gotta give some funds to football now. Uh, do you want to guess the over under on the win totals for North Carolina after the Belichick signing?
Well, you said if you think he's gonna win 10, so I'm gonna say 9.5.
No. You want to guess again?
It's lower? Okay. Well, at first I was gonna say 8.5, but now I think it's lower. Let's go with 7.5.
6.5. That's
Seven and
what,
a half.
dude. We should have put money on the Jets not getting to what, 13.5.
Yeah,
I
we
think
would have
we
cashed
bet
out
the
huge.
house on over on
Uh,
6.5 wins.
let's do it. I'm down, but I don't know who's leaving that program. I know Hampton, the running back, he's probably gone, right? And he was really good this year,
Yeah.
but I don't know anyone else
Yeah, I
on
don't
that
know
team.
anyone on that team.
That's the only guy I know because I like running backs. I just
I like
I like learning about running
I like
backs.
running backs.
I
I
just like to
like
learn about. I like to read about running backs.
yeah. Yeah, well, that is I just realized I have all college football. But next we got the official college football playoff bracket. I'm gonna share my screen and Noah will fill out the bracket. There's a bracket challenge.
Oh baby,
Who loves a good bracket challenge, huh? I've done my bracket already.
I didn't even know
Noah,
this was
this
a
is
thing.
your time.
Okay,
No input from me.
let's go Texas over Clemson.
Okay.
Arch Manning comes in second half and wins the game.
Wow.
Um, let's
Tennessee
go.
at Ohio State.
Let's go Ohio State. I don't think Tennessee's ready. Maybe in the next few years they get the freshman quarterback. So
Yeah.
um, go with the upset SMU or Penn State. I'm an SMU fan. I like the quarterback. Um, I think Notre Dame beats Indiana, unfortunately, but I'm gonna go for it. And then I'll go Georgia over Notre Dame with the backup QB.
Nice.
Your little Cinderella story. And I'm gonna go Boise State over SMU. Ashton Genty, 700 yards on the ground.
Jeez.
Oregon over Ohio State. I think we know where we're going with this, but Arizona State has been hot, but they have that bye cool down. I'm gonna go with Texas. Arch Manning also throws for 7 touchdowns. And then Oregon over Texas.
Rematch? Oregon versus Boise State for
Let's
the
just go
national
with
championship.
Boise State. Why not? Ashton Jeanty, Heisman winner.
Oh,
Jumping before, jumping into the next topic, but yeah, and then I'm gonna go Oregon wins it all. Ashton Jeanty still has 5 touchdowns on the
how many
ground,
points
but
you got?
well, it's gonna be a high score.
It's not like NFL where we put 45 each week and around that number.
I'm going 76.
Oof, nice. And there you have it, Noah's bracket. So let us know if you fill out a bracket. Crazy. Bracket challenge everywhere.
Very realistic predictions.
Yes. Yes. Very realistic. And then finally, my last topic. We got the Heisman Trophy finalists. The winners getting chosen this Saturday. Crazy that we're already doing this, even though, no playoffs have like even started yet. So, um, also it's a lot of time between the last game for these people who have a first round bye. It's not really a first round bye. It's like a month off bye,
Yeah,
basically, because Oregon doesn't play until January 1st,
yeah.
which is crazy.
Well, that's why I'm
But
going Boise State. Jeanty gets a month off to rest his legs and get him back.
yeah, that's true. It's true. But the four finalists for the Heisman Trophy are Travis Hunter, Ashton Genty, Dylan Gabriel, and Cam Ward. A lot of people think that Shadir Sanders should have been in the Heisman Trophy finalists for his good performance, but Oregon did go undefeated, and it's kind of weird if known from that team was represented. But
I
I
mean,
don't know.
let's be honest. The other two guys are just there to fill it out. It doesn't even matter if Shadur Sanders was there. He's not going to win anything, so who
Yeah.
cares? Uh,
So it's basically Travis Hunter's to lose. But do you think who would you vote, Noah? I know you love running backs. I'm guessing you're going with Ashton Genty.
you already know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with Genty. I think it's just insane what he's been doing all year. Like obviously, it's also insane how Travis Hunter has been playing both ways, and he won both a defense and wide receiver award. Very controversially, especially wide receiver one, and the tight end award was very controversial also. But I think he won those awards because he's not going to win the Heisman.
Ooh,
So they
hot take.
he wins those awards because they need to show him, the respect. They need to award him because he
Yeah.
did have a great year,
hmm
but Gentis was winning the Heisman.
I think
And
everyone wants to see Genty win, but I think Travis Hunter's gonna win.
and if you're a betting man, go all in on Dylan Gabriel because you're gonna win the most money there. But he's definitely not gonna win.
He's
But
just there for the vibes.
that's,
Him
that's
and
what I'm
Cam Ward just
that's what I'm
there.
saying. If Shadur Sanders is there, it doesn't matter. He's just chilling,
Yeah.
support his teammate. But I think Genti's got in the bag. I think people love running backs more than they love
Travis Hunter.
like a corner or a receiver.
Yeah.
I,
Crazy. Travis Hunter had over 1,000 yards receiving and he had 14 interceptions. So it's crazy.
that is insane.
That's a crazy that's a
Absolutely
crazy
insane.
stat line.
Yeah, but I don't know when we'll see another year like Genty.
Yeah.
So. And he's like playing like everyone knows he's going to get the ball, and
Yeah.
he's still just running by everyone. It's
Yeah.
like running people over. It's insane. But
Yep.
it'll be interesting. I don't really care who wins. I think it'll be both guys deserve it. Like I don't even.
Yeah.
I would rather have Genty win.
Yeah. Understand. But that is it for this week. Let us know what you think about those. Let's get to our underdog picks for NFL.
Yeah, we could do a quick round here. What week is this again? 14, 15?
Uh,
Week
15.
15 of our underdog picks. I'm gonna start off with New Orleans. Offense has been awful. I don't think they'll be any better with what's his name? Derek Carr going down. So I'm going Alvin Kamara under 102 and a half rushing and receiving yards for this week. Next, stick with the running backs. We'll go to Cincinnati. Chase Brown has been one of the best running backs for the past, I don't know, like 8 or 9 weeks. So I'm going to take over on 98 and a half rushing and receiving yards against Tennessee. Tennessee's secondary is pretty good, so dump downs are probably going to happen a lot this game. Then a fan favorite, the Carolina Panthers. I'm going with Bryce Young, higher than 1.5 passing TDs. He has only done it one time this year against the Broncos. So I can see him doing it again against the Cowboys here.
You could have had a couple last week, so
Yeah, should have.
Xavier Leggett eating raccoons out there.
No,
My first pick, I'm going with Josh Allen getting a rushing touchdown against the Lions. Um, he had three last game. I mean, he gets at least one.
keep going.
Sam Darnold for the Vikings, going with him this week against the Bears, who gave up a lot of passing yards against the Niners. Sam Darnold had 5 touchdowns last week. I think he gets higher than 250.5 passing yards against the Bears. And then my final pick is Cortland Sutton, higher than 69.5 yards against the Colts. And he has done this in the last 3 games as Bo Nix's number one target.
Nice. Has a 32.02 times multiplier this week.
Oh yeah, we love a good multiplier. We don't
Nice.
we don't pick no non-pepper picks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're betting men.
suck it.
Put a whole dollar on that thing.
Oh yeah. I keep forgetting. I haven't bet our picks in like a couple weeks. I keep forgetting.
It's easy for me because I just do it right now.
Yeah. Well,
I'll just throw that buck on there. Alvin Kamara went down to 101.5, so that kind of
oof.
sucks. That sucks. He's
Ooh.
gonna he's gonna he's gonna get 102. He's gonna get 102.
Well, it sounds like Kendra Miller is gonna be picking up some of the slack. So
Yeah, there's no point to really run Kamara into the ground. So
yeah. But that is it for this episode. Hopefully everyone has a great weekend, and we'll see everyone in the Pick'em video on Wednesday.
yeah, see ya.